Hello, and welcome to the Tech Sherpas Show, episode number 62. Today is March 10th, and I'm Jake.
Oh, and I'm Zach. We want to remind everyone, if there are questions not addressed in today's show, please visit techsherpas.org and we'll answer them next show.
Thank you for any questions that you submitted, and you can find all of our previous shows at archives.techsherpas.org.
This week we're going to talk about the Alberta Summit.
So let's talk about this. We've been gone for a week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We've been gone for a week. We were up in Alberta, and we
Yep.
actually did a number of different events while we were up there. We did technical ones at summer school. We did a full, the big Edmonton Summit, which was over 1,000 educators there. And what did you guys do? What was your guys' role when we were there? So what did
Charlie,
you do, Charlie?
please start.
I was recording all of the presentations that our guys did.
Okay. And what did you do, Jake?
Good work, Charlie. Proud of you. I actually presented the demo slam, and I presented the double that I don't know if you guys have seen yet, but if you haven't, we're going to get that up.
Yeah, we'll
And
do a
that
whole
was-
show just on the double.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And that was in front of about 1,400 educators, so that was good. And then at a private summit and the student summit, I did a session, so it was a good time.
Awesome. And let's talk about that, the student summit. So this was just like 150 kids, basically, their teachers. Now, the interesting thing that I remember was this was a day off for them. This was actually a workshop day for teachers that had to be there, but students didn't.
Right.
And out of 150 kids, they had 147 show up. So that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
What'd you do, Zach?
I was there to take pictures.
Yep.
And I helped a group of students create a logo for their own tech team.
Oh, let's talk about that. So what was the website for that?
Studentmagic.org.
All right, let's try that out. So we'll go back over here. And so student magic,
Like how we built
the
it.
whole
for
yeah,
them?
the whole thing.
Okay, so we split up into 3 groups. Jake took a group of kids, Charlie took a group of kids, and I took a group of kids. And we each had a different responsibility to do with them. One was to actually create the website domain.
So hold on a second. So when you say create the website domain, what does that mean? What do they actually do?
See if there was a domain, which means like google.com is a
Gotcha.
is a domain. And they had to see if that was available using, what is it, Site Checker?
Yep.
So
So they actually right there, this group of about 30 students, they came up with their own domain name right there, and they created their own
Yep.
website right there. Cool.
Yep. And the kids in Charlie's group thought of the actual name and built the web page.
Okay, so the site that we're looking at right now, they worked on this.
Yes. And then my group of kids, we made the logo using Google Draw.
So here's the list. I know this is a list of the kids' names, right? That were
Yep.
involved. Very cool.
With Google as a tool, you can conquer the internet.
So
So
Pretty
anybody
much.
watching this, just keep that in mind.
these are all the resources I know.
Mm-hmm.
So this is pretty good for. So what was it, like a 45 minutes?
Yeah, we had 45 minutes to do all this.
And they left with their own website, their own domain,
Yep.
ready to go for their own logo even.
There's actually been a lot of progress in the last couple
Mhm.
days, too. I'm surprised.
Very good. So that was a fun student day.
Oh, that was great.
All right. So what else did we do? So we were there for a week. What other kinds of projects did we work on?
You name it.
Well, you did a
There you
session.
go.
You did sessions, right?
Yep. I did sessions on animation, which Austin beat me in the demo.
Yes.
slam.
Yes. We won't speak of that.
We do not speak of those times.
All right, I'm done.
But you did actual sessions with students and with teachers.
Yep.
On animation, right?
Yep.
And it was
Yep.
well received.
It was very well received. They loved it.
Awesome. That's great. That's fantastic. So I know there's talk of another student summit in Calgary, I believe.
In Calgary.
Now I
yes.
said that I wasn't available that date, but I understand that they didn't care. They didn't need me. They were asking you guys
I
directly,
don't
right?
need you or
Right.
me.
That's right. They were just interested if you guys were available to go. So that's fantastic.
Graduation comes on quick.
Yes.
And nobody loves you.
Moving
Still
on.
loves you.
Yes, that's right.
I love you, Michael.
All right, so fantastic. So we got our next gig coming up. I know in May we've got the Maine Summit, which will be just in Falmouth. I believe that's like the 17th and 18th or 16th and 17th. It's a weekend. And you guys will be down there doing workshops as well and
Yep.
presenting. Hopefully we'll be able to bring the double robotic down there so you can show
I'm
that
gonna
off.
win the demo
Yeah,
slam
demo slam with that.
this time.
There you go. Awesome, awesome.
You gotta like do the slam from the robot. Like
Yes.
have the robot go up to the pedestal.
We should explain while we're talking about it. What is it? What is the double robotic? Explain that.
Double robotics. It's a double robotic telepresence robot, and what it does is essentially enables somebody to sit from their home or somewhere else and be in another location using the robot to maneuver.
Gotcha. So how would that be useful in school? Like how are you using it?
There's a girl, Jasmine, in the district, and she's homebound because she has a very bad illness and she can't leave her house. So what we're doing is we're setting that up at the middle school, and that's letting everybody,
Be able to connect.
everybody as in Jasmine,
Yeah.
go to school.
Fantastic, awesome. So I think maybe next show we'll actually take a little spin in here and actually show it off as
We
a
should.
topic. I think we absolutely should. We'll spin on that. Well, one last thing I want to share, and this is kind of from my end. One of these works I do with the kids. We did. Let me pull this up here again, and it's right here. No, what did I do with it? Oh, I guess I didn't pull it up. So this is the travel agent search game, and where this came from was one of the realization is as we were going on this trip, we're going to be gone basically a week, a full school week. And yes, we did have kids still connect. Now you connected, Zach, to your class, and how did you do that?
I used Google Hangouts to kind of join my history class while I was on the other side of the continent, practically.
Right. Very good. So you were able to still basically be in class virtually
Yeah.
while you're doing it. Excellent. And so the other thing too is like the actual trip and how this works. So this is a little kind of, it's a lesson basically, but it's talking about search. And the idea was that the different types of searches, sometimes people don't realize that is already in Google. For example, there's google.com/flights, hotels, translation. You can search for individual restaurants and books, and all these are different kind of subsets of the types of search, not just regular google.com. And by joining us here, the kids can go through, they have so much money to work with, and they can basically try to do the best job they can finding a trip for their imaginary boss. So this is linked in the show notes. It's just kind of a fun way for them to learn search and different things. They're doing image search and money search, that kind of stuff. So that's already included in our show notes. Oops, let's stop that. And we'll pull up this. And you want to take us out, Jake?
Oh, yeah. And thanks to everyone who joined us today, and we hope to see you next Tuesday at 3. It's not quite 3 yet, but you guys can still see it. And we'll answer more of your questions.
Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time on the Tech Sherpas.